Hi guys, it's Canadian Queen 76, and I'm on lunch break, and I realized I have not talked about Braxton Family Values Season 2, Episode 11, and Episode 12. And, oh my gosh, I just been doing so much stuff that I didn't even, make videos for it. So I wanted to come and talk to you all a little bit about those episodes and just do a quick recap, because lunch break is going to be over before I know it. Let's think about it. In episode 11, Tony suggests that the sisters go on a sisters retreat. So they all fly out to what looks like a dude ranch, and right out the bat, Tony is not feeling really well. And she has medical issues and such. So basically, her idea of a retreat is to be in the spa. And although they do spend a lot of time together, Tony at this point checks out, and Tawana takes the sisters on what we call a very fun dude ranch excursion, and they get to go horseback riding. They freak out about snakes. They throw axes. They do a lot of fun stuff. So I give kudos to Tawana because, she puts on her planning hat and she creates something that's really fun. And, of course, Tamar is having a fit because Tony is not there, and she really wants Tony to be there. And what the scene that I liked the best was when Tony was in the spot and she held her hand over to the rock, and Tamar's face pops up, and Tamar's complaining about how Tony Michelle Braxton's not doing this, Tony Michelle Braxton's not doing that, and then Tony just gives it away to the stone and goes and enjoys herself. It was so awesome. I said Tamar can be so annoying sometimes, but Tony did what was best for her, and I give her kudos for that. Also in that episode, I'm trying to think, let's see, the sisters have a really good time and they get to enjoy each other, and that was the best and most important thing about that whole experience, because these past episodes, we've been seeing them fighting and bickering and hollering and hooping and working and stressing, and finally they get to take a vacation and leave all of that stuff in the past, or just put it aside for a while and just hang out, be sisters, and have fun. So I really, really enjoyed seeing this episode, and I really can't even complain about it because they had so much fun. And one of the things that I liked at the end was when they were on the plane, and Tamar was introducing Tracy to some Gouda cheese, and Tracy's like, I don't know what no Gouda is. And, I went to the store, because I'm not a cheese person per se. I really don't like cheese. I like the light cheeses like mozzarella, provolone, and Swiss. I eat cheese in moderation because dairy is not a really big part of my diet. But Gouda cheese was there, and this was an expensive cheese. I don't know what to compare Gouda to, so if y'all know what to compare Gouda to, it's Gouda, spelled Gouda. Let me know. I need to do more than just cheese and crackers. I'm not really caring too much, but, let's go to cheese. In episode 12, we see rocky relationships abounding. In the edit, Vince and Tamar's relationship is so weird, but I know there's something there because they, dated for, 6 years, and they've been married for, 3. Vince is always about, handling his business, trying to do things, and Tamar, she has some little things on the side as well. What I found from their relationship, because Tamar acts so young, and when I mean young, not in her 30s per se, because she's got so many things that she hasn't got to do and experience and achieve goals, whatever, that she has a very young personality. And so I feel like Vince is like this laid back, keep it cool kind of cat, and Tamar is this, just frantic, high energy kind of person. So their personalities match, they kind of balance out. Opposites attract, I guess. And, excuse me, I have a piece of orange in my tooth. Trying to get it. So I really believe there's a genuine love between them. I feel like they have a really good friendship kind of relationship, but I think the show edit is showing like Vince kind of ambivalent to what's going on with Tamar, and Tamar always trying to get his attention. But I think Tamar is more of an attention seeker, so that's just kind of how it goes. When we look at Gabe and Trina, I think Gabe has hurt Trina so much that now Trina's just trying to figure out ways for him to say, I'm done with it, and he's just not letting it go so easy. I think this last time when she, cheated on him, there's many reasons why, but I think the ultimate reason was so that way he can say, well, you cheated on me, now I'm done with this relationship. And so that didn't happen. So she finally, at Dr. Sherry's office, finally said, I'm done. I really don't care. I don't like him. and it got down to the whole nitty-gritty of their relationship. And I hope that she's just strong enough to stand on her own 2 feet and figure out, you know, how to live life without him if that's what she wants to do. But, you know, it's their marriage and their decision, and, you know, this decision they have to live with. Tawanda and Andre, I think Andre is really trying to be there, but Andre is not really trying to be there because, you know, he's not doing the counseling. He's not doing the things that she's asking him to do. Tawanda is such a planner that she's asked him for what she wants him to do, and he's just simply denying it. So I think that time apart would be really smart because I see a lot of my own self in Tawanda from the planning aspect. I can't talk now. Aspect, and I think that time away from the situation will work because he's always trying to figure out a way to stay there but not give her exactly what she needs. And if she doesn't get what she needs, she's not going to ever want what he wants. You can't compromise if you don't get what you need. So I pray that she's strong, and I pray that they all just kind of work it out. When you watch it on TV, you kind of want people's lives to get figured out and go a lot faster, but people still have to learn on their own pace. So you're not going to see that happen so soon with them. And so maybe, you know, as the season progresses, you'll see more progress, I guess, in these relationship areas because they have a lot of childhood baggage that they're dealing with. You know, their parents are, you know, divorced 10 years ago. That makes a big difference in what you think you should do in your relationship. So you're not ready to let people go so quickly and just dispose of them. And Dr. Sherry's getting a lot of flack, and it's funny, I was reading some of the comments on the videos, and some people think that Dr. Sherry looks like she's related to Jay-Z. There are some similarities in there. They could be related. But they were saying she's not effective, but your counselor is only effective as you are effective and what you're willing to admit to and work on. So just because you have a counselor doesn't mean that they can work magic. It's still the person's job to the person who's getting counseled to work through a lot of their own issues. The counselor kind of helps guide you through your own journey, but your journey is going to take as long as you think it should take or need it to take. So I think Dr. Sherry is a good guy, and I'm glad that they feel comfortable going to Dr. Sherry. We only see glimpses of it because a lot of it is going to be confidential, and I applaud Dr. Sherry for even being there and them, you know, having that relationship with her. And they have other counselors as well. So, you know, they look for mediators when they can. So, the standout scene for me in episode 12 is when Tamar and Vince were eating at the restaurant, and Tamar was having her jealous moment or whatever, feeling kind of needy, and then that server kind of got in the way. Y'all know that food looked nasty. I'm sorry. I don't eat meat, but I was looking at that, and I was like, okay, that is gross. I mean, this restaurant could came out with some processed meat. That is processed, and I wouldn't have suggested that. Oh, my goodness. And, yeah, people get on each other's nerves. I guess when he asked that the manager, you know, does your wife get on your nerves sometimes? And he said all the time. Yeah. When you get really close to people, they get to see your not-so-cute sides, too. So, yeah, you're going to probably get on people's nerves. But you know what, guys? I think it's time for me to head back to work. Let me know how y'all feel. Can't wait to see the next episode. I know that Tamar is going to have some issues with Vince's health, and I remember him being sick and under the weather, and she actually responded to those kind of things on Twitter when it was happening. So that was months ago. So I know he's in much better health now. But you'll see a lot more of the sensitive side of Tamar, and she's always crying about stuff anyway. But you'll see how much she really cares for Vince. So with that being said, y'all have a good day, and I try not to make another car video because I said this lighting looks horrible, but watch out for the face. Talk to y'all later. Bye.